I felt all right. As the game went on, it definitely loosened up and more. And I gotta thank all of our trainers, especially Britt. Just working with me all week and getting me ready for today. And then my PT Brian, we worked a lot outside the facility just to get that thing ready. Yeah.
What did you see from Garrett Gilbert in practice that allowed you to know he was going to be able to be the guy?
First thing I realized about Garrett is that he knows our playbook. It seems like in and out. He knows it very well. For him not to have been here for that long, I think he has a really great understanding of the playbook. And on top of that, though, he had some dog in him. He went out there and made some big plays, and he gave us a shot.
Zeke, what do you think of Pollard today? Like he had a little bit of juice going at times.
Oh yeah, he was definitely lights out. Tony Pollard. That sounds weird for me to say that. Yeah, TP. He definitely had a great game. He was breaking some good ones. He's a special player.
You have to break now. I know you're not a numbers guy, but real briefly, how would you assess the first half of your season right now for you as an individual?
I think I could have played better. Obviously, I have the 5 fumbles that I wish I didn't. But I think other than that, I've had a solid season.
Zeke, on that note, how costly were the 2 turnovers today for y'all?
Zeke had those 51 yards today in the Cowboys' loss, but he averaged only 2.8 yards per carry. Back to the winning team, those 8-0 Steelers, the first Steelers team in franchise history to start a season 8-0. You guys talked about the weight, Tim and Rob, the weight of a perfect season, and you look at their schedule coming up. You don't have a ton of a threat on there until you get to basically week 12 with the Ravens and that rematch. Where do you see a loss coming?
Look, I agree with what Tim said. It's kind of an unnecessary weight. And look, in the NFL, there's 32 great football teams with great athletes. At any given Sunday, they could come and they could play a great game and have a great game plan, and they could beat you. So I think if they continue to go out and they win every single game, they go into the playoffs with unrealistic just pressure on them. You look back to the 2007 Patriots when they were undefeated. That whole season, yeah, they had a great year, but they lost in the Super Bowl, the game that matters the most.
So who's most likely to beat the Steelers when you look at the upcoming games?
Probably the Ravens. I think the Ravens. If they can have a good running game, they still are explosive, and I believe in Lamar. I still think he can do it.
What about you? What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, I think Rob's exactly right. It's the Ravens, in their style of play. Although Baltimore did when you look at the Steelers and their speed on defense, that's kind of, something that's, when you look at the Ravens offense this year, giving them a little bit of trouble. Saying all of that, it just is one of those things where I think we've always looked at it as a good thing, right? And whether it's the 72 Dolphins popping the champagne, I guess just the more I've talked to people, the more people that have been involved with teams that have gone late into the year, into the postseason, with a blemishless record, it's not all that great. And it's okay to have one loss because it's not what you are talking about. So I just think for Pittsburgh, that, not that you have to be concerned about that now, but look, here we are in the beginning of November, and we're kind of already alluding to this idea that they may go undefeated if they can get past, Baltimore later this season.
So Baltimore is your pick then to most likely beat them, at least at this point.
It is, but the Dallas Cowboys had him on the rope. So
Got it. The beard is apparently heavy, and he couldn't get the words out.
Well, listen. Hey, here's the deal. 2020, like Rob's beard's how 2020 started. Mine's how it's going. Okay, I'm working on it. It's gonna take me a little while.
I don't hate it. I think it looks great.
I like it. All
right, look, when the schedule came out, I don't think that we looked at Week 9 and thought, on paper, you do have Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers on the road taking on the Cowboys, who are going 4 deep. It's their starter of the week. It's Garrett Gilbert. Under 8 to go in the second quarter. It's 3rd and 7 for the Cowboys, and Gilbert finds CeeDee Lamb for a touchdown. And wait, oh my God, the Cowboys are up 10-0. The Steelers have not lost this season. 2 minutes to go. Steelers down 13-0. Roethlisberger dumps it off, short gain. That's not the problem here. The problem is Big Ben and his knee, shaken up on the play. He'd go to the ground. You see him grabbing the knee. He would leave the game after a bit. First drops back, finds James Washington. That is a touchdown, 13-6. We did have a Mason Rudolph sighting, but goes to the locker room, comes back in the fourth quarter. We've got the Big Ben back. Early fourth quarter now, Gilbert throws, but Minka Fitzpatrick is there to pick it off in the end zone. So it's an opportunity here because the Steelers are able to kick a field goal. 4 left in the fourth. Big Ben now finds Johnson, sideline, 42 yards. And the Steelers now are looking to take the lead. And they do just that a couple of plays later. Roethlisberger is going to hook up with Eric Ebron for the 8-yard touchdown. They did try to go for 2. That didn't work. Cowboys didn't go away, though. 24-19, looking to come back. 4th and 8, Garrett Gilbert sacked by Cam Hayward and TJ Watt. So Cowboys turn it over on downs. And then after the Steelers turn it over on downs, the Cowboys get the ball back. 40 seconds left in the game, and Gilbert gonna roll out and watch what CeeDee Lamb does. Sideline. Catch, gets out. That's a thing of beauty. Play was reviewed. You just said it there. Toe tap, upheld. So the Cowboys have the ball now at the 50-yard line. 3rd and 10. Gilbert hits up Michael Gallup down the field. First down, middle of the field. What are you going to do? You're going to spike it. 3rd and 4. Gilbert's pass. You're not going to be the hero on everyone. That one's going to fall incomplete. Steelers hold on to win this one 24-19, and I got cute, and at least I wasn't wrong. This Steelers team is the first in history to actually start a season 8-0. Steelers improved to 8-0 this season. Like I said, it is their best start in franchise history. They're going to look to keep the winning ways going next week in a divisional matchup with Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I happened to see a tweet from Ryan Clark earlier, and he was like, the best team in the NFL is a team that gets to play the Steelers and the Ravens right after they play each other. But Ben Roethlisberger early in this game was much different than Ben Roethlisberger late in this game. How was he a difference maker late? That'd be for you, Tim.
Well, listen, I think part of the reason is just kind of Ben being Ben, to be honest with you. I mean, he gets banged up. I thought there was a good shot that he wasn't going to end up being able to finish that football game, but he just finds a way to battle. And I think that the football team rallies around kind of that ability to kind of keep fighting. When you look at what they've done, you just think about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Their leading rusher, James Conner, had 22 yards. This was Ben Roethlisberger putting the offense on his back, especially late in the football game. Was he perfect? No, he was far from perfect. And I think at times his knee was bothering him, as pointed out kind of during the broadcast, on a few outbreaking routes to his left. That being said, I just think that his competitiveness, his experience, his ability when things are kind of in crunch time, you know, in the biggest moments of the football game, to just slow everything down and play his absolute best. And so I thought the Dallas Cowboys did a nice job. I thought Garrett Gilbert came in and, did enough to help them win the football game. Their defense played better. But ultimately, you see why having a guy at that position that is able to slow it down when it matters the most, you see why that is so valuable and why this is a team that was, a 500 team a year ago with bad quarterback play, while they're undefeated now with good quarterback play.
What did you see?
Look, so coming into this game, I wanted to see them dominate the Dallas Cowboys. And when I say dominate, I mean they were wounded. You knew the Dallas Cowboys, they're down to their 3rd quarterback. But they didn't do exactly what I wanted. For them to be the best team in the NFL, they need to dominate the teams that they're supposed to dominate. And I know they're coming off some big wins. But in this game, they kind of let me down. I thought they were going to be better. I thought they gave Dallas too much confidence early in this game. And those types of games where the quarterback, Big Ben, is not great early, and you give another team the confidence to kind of feel like, look, we can beat this team. We can hang with this team. They're undefeated. Yeah, look at us. We're not having a great year. But they go out there and they compete. So for me, I wanted to see Pittsburgh dominate from start to finish. They weren't able to do that. So for me, yes, I get it. They won the game, but they failed the test for me, saying, okay, this team right here is going to dominate the Dallas Cowboys, because they should if they were the best team in the NFL. They didn't dominate them.
So let me ask you that. They're 8-0. Record says they are the best team in the NFL, but this is the same day that we saw a big win from the Bills over the Seahawks, and you could argue that that was more of a statement win than this game was, possibly for the Steelers. So who is the best team